All right, all right, all right. Hey, what's up? What's up, baby? We back on another Sunday, February 8th. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 60. Welcome to Sports Talk with BWatts. But I'm your host, JR Boxing tonight, man. Let me show some love to the people in the chat, man. Shout out PC40, man. Shout out Michael Lockhart. I love CC. You know what it is. All day, all day, all day. Who else we got up in this chat? Wayne Hood. What's up with you, Wayne? Still T Dub in the building, PC40 in the building. Look, get them likes, hit them likes, man. Like, share, subscribe. We won't keep y'all long. We know y'all want to go see the halftime show, right? Right. But I do got a question for y'all regarding the halftime. But let's bring the fellas up, man, and let's see how they enjoying the Super Bowl so far. And we're gonna get right into it. There you go. Look at him. He just they just happy the Seahawks are winning for right now, but it's all good, chat. Look, my pick is the Patriots. I still think they're gonna make some halftime adjustments, but you see the smile on B Watt's face. He ready to say, JR, you wrong. Uncle Steve ready to double down on it. JR, you wrong. What you drinking? It's all good. We still got another half football. Chat, be calm, be patient. But what's happening, B Watts? What's happening, Uncle Steve? What's going on with y'all, fellas?
What's going on, JR? I'm doing good, man. Enjoying this Super Bowl right now, and look like they don't want to stick with the run. If one team stick with the run, they will win because they ain't like they got a best quarterback on each one of those teams. Sam Donald, where you been the last 3 years? Come on, man, run the football, run the football. Uncle Steve, what's up?
What's going on, fellas? What I want to tell you is this one here. I'm a New England Patriots fan, and Drake May was second. Now, hear this, people. He was second in the MVP race. Second. They thought he should have. Some people up there with that crazy notion of him winning it. Look at this football game, and now I'm gonna bring Shedeur Sanders. You put Shedeur Sanders out there with these teams, and you got a way better product than what you got right now. These guys are missing plays left and right. You got Chris Collinworth on that line talking about Sam Darnold. The play was stupendous that he threw a pass. It was nobody beside the guy. I'm like, come on, folks. Y'all will do any. Y'all just like these commercials I'm watching. It's a make up America. These foolish dreams and lies. Cut it out, people. These are horrible quarterbacks. It's horrible quarterback play, and they lying to us. Don't you ever tell me about Shedeur Sanders no more. I don't want to hear it. If he the worst in football, hell, they shouldn't even be in football. Back to you, Jr.
Let me, JR, I can't let me go behind that, JR. I gotta go with Uncle Steve, man. These are the two worst dudes they ever played in the Super Bowl. They didn't get no hype the first 2 weeks of the Super Bowl. Man, I didn't even know the Super Bowl was playing until I turned on the TV and it was on. And then you're looking at the quarterback play, man. Seattle is playing a zone defense. Drake May can't hit the side of that barn over there across the street from me. The way he playing, man. It makes no sense to the quarterback play. Your quarterback determines how far you go. They riding off their defense, JR. They riding off their defense.
I mean, look, they say it, right? The notion is defense win championships, right? Look, I'm not gonna make no excuses for nobody, but if I'm Drake May, it's hard to throw the ball when you got two Cam Robinsons on your left side. They getting beat like some drums. So, irregardless of
oh
matter,
man, Will Howard is a whatever name, whatever
Will
name.
Campbell,
He's
Campbell.
Boy, he got to be worse than what you got. He got
like
to be
Campbell,
worse than the new
soup out
Cleveland
there,
Brown left tackle, man. Why won't listen? This just ain't started happening now. Will Campbell been like that. If you know you playing in a major game, why not roll your protection that way? Why your running back going out for a pass and you know your quarterback ain't gonna throw it to you? Why you got your tight end going out 5 yards, turning around, and you know your quarterback ain't gonna throw it to you?
I mean,
that's the thing I saw at Colorado.
That's the game plan.
I saw at Cleveland.
That's the game plan.
It looked
That's the
like Pat
game
Shermer.
plan.
It looked like Pat Shermer calling the plays because I'm like, look at the routes. I'm like, why are we doing the middle is wide open. The middle is wide. Why are we doing any drag routes? Why are we doing the crossing route? Everything is deep. Campbell getting beat like a drum on drum line. I don't want, but I don't want to hear it. Shedeur Sanders, offensive line get beat like a drum line too. But he's supposed to stand in there and make a play. I ain't hearing it for Drake May. Drake May is seeing ghost. He
Yeah.
is lost. Stick with the run, lose the game 24-3, and call it a day. He's horrible. And the only thing we got going for us, if Seattle gets stupid and keep throwing those long out routes
Right.
on those edges, because it should have been two touchdowns for New England on that foolishness. That's the only thing we got going for us. Back to you, JR.
Yeah, well, look, that was one of my questions. What's y'all thought on the Super Bowl? But since y'all just dived right in, look, I'm getting my little 2 cents. Look, the second half obviously gonna have to be some adjustments. Look, Will Campbell for the Patriots, he been getting beat all year, so you're gonna have to make some adjustments there. I think some of the adjustments they're gonna make to try to slow down the pass rush on that side because it seems like they're just picking on the left side. You got two rookies on the left, a left tackle that's a rookie, a left guard that's a rookie. So look, Seattle is kind of picking on that side. They're gonna kind of slow it down. You probably see some screen action over there to just try to make the defenders think. If I'm beating you and I get too far in front of you, is a screen coming over me. So they're gonna try to slow it down a little bit. Look, the crossing routes are there, but Drake May's clock is kind of sped up. And it's
Mhm.
sped up because he already been sacked 3 or 4 times in the first half. So that goes with the notion itself. Defensively, look, it's a defensive game. Who gonna make the best adjustments offensively? Both quarterbacks have played very afraid to make a mistake, I would say. But that's what it's about, right? You don't want to lose the game, but somebody at some point gonna have to make a mistake. Somebody at some point gonna have to gun it in order to try to win the game. But we'll see. My money's still on the Patriots, man. They got a lot of experience there. They got guys that have been there, that have coached in that arena before. The offensive coordinator, he has coached in the Super Bowl, been a Super Bowl winning as an offensive coordinator before. Mike Vrabel, tons of playing experience as a player in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to go with that experience. I like Mike McDonald. Mike McDonald, young head coach, but I think the adjustment is going to come from the Patriots. So I'm still got my money in the Patriots 6-0 lead right now for Seattle. But uh, moving forward, who y'all think going to win the game? I think I already know, but who y'all think going to win the game at the end? B Watts.
I'm gonna stick with who I've been saying, man. It's just Seattle. Seattle's up 9-0. I just don't see they're not gonna stick with the run. I would say the Patriots got a shot. If they stick with the run like they started it off, the game with Stevenson, but they got away with it and they trying to prove that Drake May is a all-American quarterback. You ain't got to do that. They was at the 50-yard line, bro. They was at the 50-yard line the first drive of the game. I said, man, it's gonna be easy. They kept throwing it, kept throwing. Then he got sacked. Then he got sacked. You should get sacked. You were running the football. You were running on them. Start the game off like that, Uncle Steve. I just can't get it. I'm still going with Seattle. Seattle got a good defense. That number 9, he is running the ball. And I believe the head coach know that Drake May can't beat him.
Well, what this reminds me of is the Houston game when the coach for Houston seeing that their quarterback is having issues, and the issues he's having, he's just not seeing the field well. You have to do things to correct that. I'm gonna watch New England if they don't come in and run the football like you said, B. Watts. Bring an extra tight end in the game, run the football heavy side, and after that, if we're gonna do a pass play, roll Drake May out to the right and tell him run, get the first down, slide. Get him comfortable. Hit some passes over there with Diggs and do a couple things. Quit doing all these deep routes. Only thing I'm doing running, and after I'm running, I'm gonna do a play action. With the play action, run the ball and go from there. The defense is playing fine. I'm happy with our defense because our defense and special teams is playing the way it should be. I'm looking for a turnover from Sam Darnold because just like JR and you said, they're trying to make these quarterbacks. And these quarterbacks ain't like that. They don't have that kind of skill set because what the team wants to do is this one here. They want to make them the face of their organization to validate them paying $50 million, not $60 million. Because Sam Darnold, you're gonna have to turn around and pay. And I'm like, do you think Sam Darnold's worth $60 million? I'm like Whitney to the Houston. Hell to the no. He ain't worth Sam Darnold 20. He should be making what Jameis Winston making. Period. That's it.
No. Whoa, hold on, man. I ain't gonna say what Jameis Winston only made about $5 million this year.
No, I thought Jameis was making $20-some million.
No.
Russell Wilson was making. Russell Wilson making 20. I think. Hey, verify that. I don't think Jameson's making 5 now.
Yeah, it was only 5, man.
Quarterback. I know he ain't making no 20.
It was only 5. He was only
making 5. Okay, not a problem. What Russell making?
They signed Russell for 1 year, $20 million.
Okay, he making 20. Okay, all right. Okay.
But yeah, look, I'm in agreement with y'all. Outside of the pick of the game, I still think the Patriots gonna win. Like I said, I think they're gonna mix up a little screen action in there, give these receivers some choice routes on the curl or the flat, because BWatts called it. Seahawks just playing a lot of zone, right? Yeah. So however them cornerbacks, if they shade to the outside, if they shade in, you give the receivers the option, either run a curl or run a flat. Those are probably the most open routes that they hit.
They doing it. They running them out. Your quarterback just ain't hitting them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So they're gonna have to, definitely. You got an extended halftime at this point in time for the Super Bowl, so that you give them a little bit more time to, hey, this is what you're seeing on the tablet, on the whiteboard, or however they pulling it up in the locker room. But I think it's Mike McDaniels, isn't that the offensive coordinator for the Patriots? I think he's gonna calm them down, settle them down. Gonna hit them with some quick screens and hit them with some curl flats, and we'll see the adjustments that the Seahawks make, because you're not gonna beat the Seahawks deep. They're not giving it up deep, so you're gonna have to nickel and dime them down the field. You're gonna have to play essentially a perfect game, Drake made. So we'll see. My score prediction of 24-17. Now we not getting that. We ain't getting that, man. I saw a lot of the TV analysts kind of picking 24-14. I don't think we're gonna reach 24 points. So whoever picked the over, yeah, they screwed. You kiss that little money gone. But my next question, man, outside of who winning the game, look, we not watching the Super Bowl, right? But if you know anything about this artist, chat, this more so for y'all, because I don't think Uncle Steve or BWatts know anything about no Bad Bunny. But if you do surprise me, I'm gonna ask the question, chat, BWatts, Uncle Steve, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song, if any? Or have you heard of, let me rephrase the question, have you heard of any Bad Bunny songs?
I haven't, so I'm out on this. Hey, I'm trying. I thought you were gonna say Easter Bunny. I thought you mispronounced the word.
I thought he was gonna say Snow Bunny. You gonna say Snow Bunny? I know that song. That's number one song in the country.
Yeah, I know that one. Hey, that Snow Bunny. Yeah, I know that.
I know that. They're in Colorado. They're in Colorado. You got them.
That's not the voice paper. Snow Bunny. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, yeah. Nah, I ain't never heard no Bad Bunny, bro.
Yeah, man. I ain't never heard of chat. Let me see what they said in the chat, man. I don't know. Chat, y'all know any Bad Bunny songs, man? I would say probably. Look, he international artist, specifically Latin American artist, but he do got one banger. It's called DMTF. So it's all in Spanish though. So if you don't know no Spanish, then you ain't gonna like the song. But the beat is nice. I'll give him that. The beat is nice. But I just wanted to get a good laugh to see if y'all knew. But I knew BWatts. He go BWatts, some of my Snow Bunnies and Unc right behind him. But look, man, and more NFL news, right? Because the Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. BWatts, your Falcons did a little something. Yesterday. They did a little something. And it was interesting. I said, man, Kevin Stefanski already making moves. They didn't release Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they released Kirk Cousins, and their best defensive player, he got arrested.
Yeah, look, I don't want to go into speculation about that, but that's pretty sad for that young man. Hopefully, he can get his life turned around real fast. But back to Kirk Cousins, more specifically, release the QB. Michael Penix hurt, so he ain't gonna be ready for the beginning of the year. Unc, you think Kevin Stefanski making room to bring in his little hands QB DG?
And he gonna get what his name? The
Nah,
old
B
guy.
Watts, that's Unc.
Oh, I
Unc.
thought. Oh, okay.
See,
I
look
said
at him, look at him, look at him.
Well. To me, it's this one here. If you thought so highly of him and you forced a hand in Cleveland to get him, it would make sense that you said told because your name is on Dylan. His name is on Dylan, and if you want to get anything out of that, you got to turn around and get Dylan on that team and show that you were correct. And if you look at anything about Steph Nasty, that's his pride. You're gonna see what pride does. I see him getting Dylan for a bag of potato chips, and then they're gonna turn around and get Mac Jones or something like that. They're gonna trade and get Mac Jones or something like that because he fit those the kind of fits they got. And if they don't, they'll try to be in the market for that boy from backup from the Packers. They're gonna do well. I don't think he want the Packers boy because he gonna want somebody like Mac Jones. He's a Mac Jones type quarterback. So it is what it is. They do all that talking about quarterbacks and they hyped up Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins better run himself back to Minnesota like he was before and try to salvage what he had back then. That's all I got to say about it.
B Watts, you think he going for a bag of chips?
I think he got to get out to a good start. And the only way he's gonna get out to a good start, he got to get a quarterback that's familiar with his system. Who's familiar with his system? He's gonna bring Joe Flacco in there for a 1 year run, and then he could trade for Dylan Gabriel. Listen here, this gonna be the Browns all over again in Atlanta. Watch and see. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns in Atlanta, and you're gonna start hearing about it. And boy, they're gonna run him out of there after the second year. Watch and see. Man, this is all over. They don't have I don't know their cap space. Could they get Mac Jones? It's a good possibility. Yeah. But when I heard they were cutting Kirk Cousins, I said, this is Joe Flacco all over right now.
You know, chat, put down in there how much Kirk Cousins make good money. Kirk Cousins make good money. So you're going to save a lot of. Look at Kirk Cousins' contract. I guarantee you, Kirk Cousins probably making $40 million a year, if I'm not mistaken. Look at Kirk's contract.
I want to say it was like 4 years, 180 or something like that. He was getting paid. Kirk was getting paid. Yeah, he was getting that money. Kirk Big Bags Cousins. I saw a statistic about him. He the third highest grossing quarterback in this. I would say the third highest. He didn't parlay franchise tag after franchise tag after franchise tag, and then signed 2 large contracts over 150 million.
He got that money.
He got that money, man.
He got that bag. I tell you what, JR and Augustine, what if they trade and get Shedeur?
Now do I think it's likely? But hey, there'll be a movie down there in Atlanta, boy. They'll be turning up, boy. But I don't think it's likely.
Barry would never do that, and this is the reason why. Y'all need to pay attention to what Barry's doing. Barry is putting his whole career on this Shedeur Sanders thing, because if Shedeur Sanders hits, he done did the parlay when it came to that draft. And don't let him turn around this year and hit off 4 of the players that he got this coming year. And he should, because with the high draft picks he's got, it's pretty much common sense. I can get 2 offensive linemen, a receiver, a tight end, a running back, and another offensive lineman. And then in free agency, turn around and I'm going to get me another offensive lineman, and then I'm going to turn around and get a running back. You win. He gets paid. And I'm not, and the reason I say he gets paid is because of this one here. Those are all of his draft picks. And that is what, and you can't argue with him then. You can't say nothing. He's winning, and there'll be 500 next year, I expect. This is what I expect next year for Cleveland. If they bring in a strong offensive line, another good tight end, and 1 receiver, I expect them to be 500. Period. I expect them to be no worse than 8. They should be win 8 games. If you win 8 games, then we can go from there with Shedeur Sanders. If he can win 3 without practicing, he dang show should be able to get 8 with practice and good players around him. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah, I agree with John Steve 100%, man. No way. They should not be at least 8 to 9 wins this upcoming season with that defense that they have. The defense alone, you know, they can start Dylan Gabriel's 17 game with a better coach, better offensive coordinator, and a running game, and with a defense, better offensive line. Hell, JR can go in there and be the GM and get GM of the year. You know, hell, you know how easy that would be then. If JR
hold on, man. Look, he started out giving me praise and then undercut me. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, man. Steve just laid out. He just laid out the blueprint. Hey, improve the offensive line. We all know that. Get you a better wide and get you a better tight end. Bring everybody back healthy. Probably find you another defensive back on the opposite side of Denzel Ward and tell Myles Garrett to go out there and cook. Go out there and cook. Don't do like y'all did the last time when Shedeur was in and the dude just ran. Boy, he just ran the ball all over the second half. They lost the game off because of that. They stay away from that, they can win. I ain't gonna say they'll win all the game, but at least they'll be in the hunting and be in place to win the game. It ain't gonna be no blowouts. It should.
Yeah,
they got to start off early though. They got to get off early.
And check this out, BWatts. Check this. This is the crazy part that I tell people. I ain't looked at every team in college, but I'm just looking at the Colorado Buffaloes. You might be able to get the center from the Colorado Buffaloes as a free agent, undrafted free agent. You might be able to get him as an undrafted free agent. Let's go again. The guard that they had, you will be able to get him as an undrafted free agent. And it's Sincere and Arden Walker. You might be able to get him in his sixth or seventh round. Then you turn around Sincere Brown. I would draft Sincere Brown in the 6th round, me personally, 5th or 6th round, because you get a person with he might go sooner than that because of his when he run and he go out there and do his skills, that boy gonna show some stuff. He might put some stupid numbers up there, and with his size, that's gonna probably put him in the 4th round or something like that, 4th or 5th round when he do his numbers. But all I'm telling you, hey, Jimmy went up there. As many balls as Jimmy dropped, and there's no knock on Jimmy.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, all Jimmy did was ran.
I say the difference. This is the difference between Jimmy. Jimmy looked fast on the field. Sincere Brown don't look fast when you cut the game tape on. Now you can line him up in shirts and shorts and he running for a 3, but if you don't look fast on game film, that's a whole different thing. So that's my only knock against Sincere Brown. Look, he came in 4.3, 1,100 yards at Campbell. That's cool. People that go to school at Campbell, they working at FedEx and UPS. No disrespect, but in the Big 12, he couldn't run by the worst cornerback in the Big 12. And that's an indictment on him.
Whoa, that ain't what I saw. That ain't what I saw. When they did this here, he was straight down there. I saw him open on quite a few passes. You had somebody back there, some salt missed a whole lot of passes.
Wait now, time out.
Juju? What about Juju was in there?
No.
Juju ain't missed no passes. And he went
Juju didn't throw to it.
I'm just saying, because he wasn't open, huh? You can't throw to nobody that ain't open.
If you're just doing a go, hey, JR, if we go back and look at the routes that he did when Juju was in there, they weren't legit. The routes were not good. The scheme was not good. And I'm just saying for him, you go back and you watch that boy tape and you'll go watch certain things. I'm just going, you put him in a scheme, you can say whatever you want to. His measurables. The boy is fast. He's fast and he's big.
He ain't fast on tape. It gotta show on tape.
I understand.
You can say he fast. It gotta show on tape. Because there's no way we can say, well, K Salt just missed some reads. All right, that's cool. Juju came in. Juju wasn't missing them same reads K Salt was missing, and he was managing to get the ball downfield. Sincere Brown just wasn't open. I just got to put it out there like that. As much as I wanted for him to be good, It just ain't it. Sometimes it just ain't it, man. UFL is not a bad place to land. Go rehome your skills and such thing
Sincere
like that.
Brown.
But
Watch what I'm telling you, and watch what I'm telling you. I'm gonna put my name on Sincere Brown. Gonna be in the NFL.
y'all remember this.
But
He ain't gonna be there.
hey, it's at the 26-minute 39 seconds. Let me say again. I'm gonna
He
call
ain't
this
gonna
one.
be there,
Hey,
man.
I'm gonna be Houdini Brown on this one. Sincere Brown is gonna not only Sincere Brown gonna be in the NFL. Sincere Brown gonna make plays his first season in the NFL, and I'm gonna call it right now. I'm taking my shot. Y'all ain't got to. I'm taking my shot.
Hey, shout out to you for supporting that black man during Black History Month, but I ain't gonna lie to the people, man. You ain't gonna see him. No disrespect, but you ain't gonna see him, man. But look, back to BWatts Cleveland Browns, right? So Jim Swartz said, "To hell with y'all. Here's my resignation. Y'all can keep the money. I'm good." I ain't never known nobody to turn down on money, but you really got to be upset to just say, "Look, I ain't trying to get paid. I take a year off of football and just walk away." So, who on the short list for defensive coordinator for your team, BWatts, for your Cleveland Browns?
They probably got to promote within because they dragged it out too long. All the defensive coordinators been signed. Unless they go on TV and get Rex Ryan or somebody like that who don't like Shedeur. But other than that, they're not promote the safety or the linebacker. Let me get back to that Sincere Brown. JR, Sincere Brown gonna be in the NFL. You know, you the one who started your show off a year ago talking about measurement.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, yeah, he's there. He's
got
there.
the measurements. He got the measurements, but the tape ain't
You
there.
concentrating on the 4-3. What about the goal line package? What about one-on-one in the red zone? That ain't part of football.
But they can. If BWatts, if we lining up the job, the job.
Let me ask you this question. Name me the 2 wide receivers on your team.
The 2 wide receivers on my team?
Yeah, whoever you
Texans?
Yeah.
Nico Collins.
Okay, that's one. We know him.
Yeah, and Higgins from Iowa State.
Who?
Higgins from
Who's
Iowa
the third
State.
wide receiver?
Tank Dell.
Where he played at?
University of Houston.
What he run in the fall?
About 4.4, something like that.
Okay. What's his stats?
Tank Dell?
Hey, that's all the person we talk about.
I mean, I don't know his stats. Rookie year, he caught a lot of
passes and
a lot of yards.
Sincere Brown can't be Tank Dell on a team.
He can't be Watts.
He can't be the third wide receiver on the team. Any team out of 32 teams.
B. Watts, he wasn't the first receiver on Colorado. So how he gonna jump and be the first receiver? No, he cannot. No, I'm sorry.
Okay. What LeJohntay was on Colorado?
Wide receiver number 2 behind Travis.
Okay. What his last name? Will Shepard. What he was?
Wide receiver number 3.
All right. Did he get picked up? How fast he run in the 40?
Did he play? Did he play? Did Will Shepard play? I think he
playing. It's about who you go to, JR.
He registered this season.
The night on name me the third wide receivers on New England.
Keyshawn Booty.
Where he played at? That's the first wide receiver. I said the third.
LSU. The first wide receiver is Stephon Diggs.
Yes, okay, that's Keyshawn Booty. Who the third?
Booty the third.
All right, wait. No.
He went to LSU. Yes.
Booty is the second. That other guy.
Matt Collins is the second. You got Diggs, Matt Collins, Keyshawn Booty is third. And he played at LSU, BWatts.
Oh, what LSU done did, JR?
Oh, what the? I ain't going there with you,
man. No, you know why you can't go there with me? Because they ain't won nothing. They just about to head go.
It's Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. That's just 2. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go with it. What Sincere Brown will make an NFL team. I ain't saying he'll get drafted. He might get as undrafted free agent, but you're saying because of what you promoted for
It's
a year is
measurables. It's
measurable.
measurables.
I'm all about measurables, but when you get into that level of the NFL, tape matters. Sincere Brown, not a
He
good
has
route
tape.
runner.
He
He
has
got
He
tape.
tape.
got tape
He,
at
he got
Campbell.
tape at Campbell.
Yeah.
Exactly. That ain't enough. It's not.
New
It's not
England, you
enough
don't
tape.
even know, okay, who New England wide receivers?
I just named
I mean,
them.
Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks,
They
Jackson
playing in the
Smith,
Super Bowl.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. He went to
Yeah.
Ohio State. And
Yeah.
guess what? He the shortest receiver to get over 1,600 yards. What are we
Yeah.
talking about? The
JR,
man is
what are you talking about, JR?
I'm just
Okay, let's
saying.
go to the
He's an
next.
offensive player of
It's
the
Black
year,
History Month.
BWatts.
Yeah. Let's go to the next subject.
Hey, we'll come.
See?
We'll come back. Hey,
Come
B
back
Watts.
to it,
B
man.
Watts. Let's wait till the thing come out, the draft, and we'll come back. I'm gonna come back to it.
We come back to it.
We're gonna come back to it.
But yeah, the question I was asking, look, about the Browns. Y'all saying high from within. Look, there's still one guy out there, Zach Orr. He's familiar with Todd Monken. He was a defensive coordinator at the Ravens. Black man, hasn't been hired yet to any position that I'm aware of. So I can see that being a bridge. He's familiar with the AFC North. And so to me, if you bring in Zach Orr, look, you got a ready-made defense. So you got to come in and Todd Monken already said, look, we don't need to recreate the wheel. We already got a solid foundation, so we can run what they have ran and just keep everything together. So I'm looking for Zach Orr on the short list for the Cleveland Browns to probably be hired as a defensive coordinator.
Hey,
Now,
JR, let me say this with it. He might get hired, but he's not going to be the defensive coordinator. That's going to that middle linebacker. They've already said, the middle linebackers coach, they've already been saying he is a brilliant mind. He's been there. He was running stuff with Schwartz. Everything Schwartz was doing, he was the one in there with Schwartz running it. So I think, and plus it's cheaper. They already got it. He already paid for it. So they'll give him his promotion and pay him a little bit more, but they already got that room taken care of. So I think they're going to use that middle linebacker coach for the next defensive coordinator. That's just me.
I mean, we'll see what he got. I mean, like I said, that's a short list of coaches. We'll get his name and we'll put it in the chat. But yeah, I look at Zach Orr. He's, like I said, familiar with it, been a defensive coordinator for the past 3 years. So we'll see where it goes from there. Now, the Rookie of the Year came out, and a guy with some measurables, but with outstanding tape, BWatts, Tedero McMillan, won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And I was just kind of perusing a few chat spots and everything like that. There was a lot of people saying, man, that boy 12 ain't getting out one Offensive Rookie of the Year vote. So I'm asking you guys on the panel, do y'all think that 12 was deserving, and keep it all the way funky, keep it real, was 12 deserving of an Offensive Rookie of the Year vote? BWatts.
Nah, he ain't played the whole season. He got to start. He didn't play the whole season. He got to play the whole season, yeah, but just playing 7 games, nah, he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have got no vote Larry yet. Nah.
Same thing. He was behind the curve with that one, so you can that shouldn't even been in a thing for him, and that shows disrespect to other people pertaining to that. He didn't play the whole season. That has nothing to do with 12. That has to do with the foolishness of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're not going to have the numbers. And what they did for him starting the season out, they didn't give him a chance, and that's the problem. They didn't give the man a chance to learn what he needed to, put him in a position to win and be successful. But I'll leave that alone. So good question, though. The person who's deserving to win won it. They did an outstanding job. They made plays. Their team made the play. Well, was close to making the playoffs. Well, made the playoffs. That's when Jimmy, they made the playoffs and everything. So it was an outstanding season for him. So great job on him. Congrats to the McMillan. Congrats.
Now, y'all heard. Now, me personally, I think he should have got at least a vote, right? Reason being, you got Tyler Shuck for the New Orleans Saints. He didn't play all year. He got some votes. So to me, it's just I don't know if the indictment is out on Shedeur, if it's his daddy, if it's the fan base, if you just don't like the bravado and the confidence that the young man brings. But to me, I think in that 7 game span, as far as the amount of yards he put up, and the yards per game he put up, I think he was deserving of a vote. And look, if I'm a Cleveland-based voter, I would have voted for my guy. That's me though. But moving on to some CU Buff news, right? We see these competition workouts, competition. They say back when I was growing up playing ball and stuff like that, they say competition always breeds excellence in you. So you see these competition workouts, BWatts. What you think about them?
And it's all right, if you want to. They ain't got nothing else to do. Put it like that. You got to have that to go on to build up, get to know one each other, get to know one another, and I really don't like that part of the season. Be honest with y'all, because it ain't nothing that we can see what this team gonna be about. Just because you out there running short pants, just like we saw the wide receiver was doing last year, just like we saw K-Salt doing last year. Man, look at these feet. Yeah, Coach Sway, you can't handle these feet. Man, got in the game. Looked like he was slow as everything out there. This K-Salt, my guy. Everybody was tagging him from behind. I said, damn, what happened to them training tapes that he was out there putting out talking about, hey, look at these feet. Y'all can't handle these feet. Then you look at Draylon Miller all the way in the front, always leading the pack. Him and the other wide receivers. Man, came to game time, both of them dropping passes. Came to the middle of the season, no, neither one of them playing wide receiver. After that, Draylon Miller on the sideline. Man, I ain't got time to be looking at no. This ain't the Olympics. They training for the Olympics, man. I want to see some pads though. I want to see who's going to get hit and get back up. That's what I want to see. But hey, it is what it is, Uncle Steve.
That's another part of football. What you get to see is who's athletic. You get to see the movement of players. And what I saw with the running back Anderson, I was like, okay, I thought he'd be a little more limber. Looked like he a little more, them hips stiff a little bit right now, but it's probably because he's first getting there, and you'll see some people out of shape. You saw Boo Carter the first day, looked like he was a little out of shape, but that happens to people, and now he hopped back in. But what it does, you get to see character of people. What I like about the competition is this one here. Now, it helps you early to see. Some of them give up. You see some of them don't do the drills correctly, just like you'll see Barnes when he go up there and he consistently do something. And you like, come on, man. You do one good play, and then hell, you got 3 bad plays right after that loses you the game. So all I'm saying is, you watch it. That's what I watch for. I'll watch a kid do something, a drill, and then they'll go the wrong way. And then when the coach tell them come back, they just come lackadaisical, come back, and then just jogging back. That's losing spirit right there. You need somebody when you mess up, you get back and then you going 1,000 miles per hour getting things done. So it tells you a lot about players. And what it also tells me, if somebody really want to be there, if you can't do the simple things, you're not going to be able to do the hard things. And Coach Prime should be looking at that. And one day I hope we get on this mess of why did these coaches allow players to be late for practice, to be late for these different trainings that they have and missing stuff, and still get on that football field. Because last time I checked, Coach Prime he didn't let the first year he didn't let them players do that. So I want to know, how is it possible that last year you had an S show going around like it was, and if Mill and them was doing stuff like that, or Seton Express was doing that, why weren't they sitting on that bench? Because what you did was you ruined the whole team because you're putting star by somebody instead of putting team. If it's team, you're sitting your butt down, you're not playing, and that freshman is going to play, that person behind you is going to play to show everybody it's a team sport. Either you're going to do it right and win, or we're going to do it wrong and lose. But we're gonna do it right regardless. We're gonna do it right and win, or you're gonna be wrong and you're gonna be home. That's the way it should be. So that's the question I want to ask one day. Why was it acceptable for them to be able to do that stuff and still get on the football field. Back to you, JR.
Yeah, I think the competition, man, it kind of just breaks up the mundaneness, the day-to-day activities, right? You go in there, lift weights, you do all of that stuff. Sometimes you gotta switch it up, man. You gotta throw a curveball in there and putting that competition, pitting one side offense against defense and interjecting certain uh protocols and procedures and specific instructions in there just to keep guys thinking, right? Because it's easy. You ain't really got to think when you going in there lifting weights. Just this the weight you need to be lifting, put it on there, boom. But when we had workouts like that, when it was a competition style workout, it really made you think. It really made you hone in on your discipline to say, hey, if this cone needs to be perfect on the line before you transition, need to be perfect on the line. If you don't do it perfect on the line, guess what? You hurt your team. And then it translates to the game. Because if you're not lined up across the line of scrimmage, you're offside, that hurts the team. We saw that too many times. Offsides, false start. I mean, hell, we have receivers that just look at the ball, lining up in front of the ball last year, and they just couldn't get it right. So I think some of those things they kind of break in there, they put it in specifically to break up the mundane process of just weightlifting. But it was good to see. Look, it was good to see guys challenge each other. It was good to see guys who was eager to be up front and do that peacock, right? Had their feathers flapping and show I'm the man, I can do this. But it was also interesting to see who made mistakes along the process, right? Because they explained the instructions, and you had some guys start off, and instead of going one way, they went the opposite way. They went backwards, right? And it gave the other team the advantage. It gave the other side the advantage to catch up, to regain ground. So, look, the details are specific when it comes to sports, man. You can be athletic as you want to be, but if you're not detailed in the process, it can make for a long season. But we got a dual sport athlete, Ernest Campbell. Uh, he showed up on the track and field. CU had an event this past weekend, and he ran the 60 meters. And the heat that I saw him in the preliminary round looked like he won that pretty easy. So, what you think about two sport athletes and what that dynamic can bring to CU's football team?
Who you want to go first?
BWatts.
Oh, okay. I saw that video. The dude looked like he pretty, shifted, man. Ain't that's the guy that coming from Sacramento State?
That's him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he look good. He look good out there, man. So, whenever you hear a wide receiver run track, that should be a positive for him on the football field because, when I saw his tapes at Sacramento State, that bad boy know he can get off the line of scrimmage. That's one problem he ain't gonna have. Now, can he catch the ball consistently? I don't know his stat, but when I said, "Dog, he shifted." If you shifted, he kind of remind me of LaJonte. When he get off the ball, he shifted like that. When I watched the tape, and like you said, JR, when you run track, that's an asset to be on the football field, and plus with pads on, the defense get a chance to put their hands on you, you can still get off it. That's a plus there, Steve.
What it does is open up the field for you, and plus it lets you know what kind of skill set the young man has. The young man, when you're that talented and you're that fast, now his speed shows. that speed to show. So when you have that, it opens up so many different things for you as an offensive coordinator, in which you can get creative because you understand he can get the ball on reverses. He can go into motion in the backfield with the other running backs, put him in motion, pitch him the ball, and let him just scat up there. You ain't got to catch the ball for him. Just hand him the ball or drop the ball off to him. So it's so many different things. And what it also does is this one here. It forces the defense to take 2 steps back, because what a cornerback does not want to do is when somebody got speed, get beat over the top. So he can take the roof off the place. So what it does is now you can't bring 8 in the box. You bring 8 in the box, you're done. You bring 8 in the box, he's gone. And when he's gone, say 6. And that's a good thing. So I'm happy to see you. If you look at CU this year, you see speed.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no you thinking about that. Not just they defensive players running 4-4s. I'm talking about linebackers, linebackers running 4-4s, cornerbacks, safeties. That's speed, man. And it's good to see Colorado have it. Back to you, Jr.
Yeah, look, I like the speed that he showed, man. Look, that was natural speed. A guy that was in the transfer portal. So when you're in the transfer portal, I don't think he's technically training for track and field at that point in time. Maybe it is, maybe he's not. But to come in relatively with less training than the competitors that you're running against and take that heat pretty easily. I like what I saw. He just got that natural ability of being able to turn over. You saw the turnover in his legs. It looked different from the other people he was running against. So that's a good thing. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, because we saw what he did at Sacramento State with Brendan Marion. But we're hopeful that that's implemented in a multitude of ways at CU with Juju at the helm, being able to open up their offense because I can only account for in my own memory about 10 times that they really took a deep shot. So you played 12 games last year, and about 10 times you took a deep shot. Again, no disrespect to the past team to last year, but that just speaks volumes about the abilities or the capabilities that CU could have put on the field. But I think it's going to look a little bit different this year because you got some track stars out there. Literally, a guy that's a track athlete. Coach Prime made his rounds during the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
he didn't hold his tongue and mince his words on Radio Row when he was on ESPN speaking about his son and the NFL. So my question to you is: Coach Prime against the NFL? B. Watts, is he against the NFL, Uncle Steve?
He said it, man. He said he we ain't got it. He came out and said, man, the way the NFL did my son, I ain't studying the NFL. They asked him for a prediction of the Super Bowl. He said, bump the Super Bowl. I ain't even watching. I said, dog, man, this dude here, man. But Coach Prime still got to be careful, y'all. He still got to be careful, Uncle Steve. That stuff that go viral, man. They'll use, man, 12 be sitting on that bench again. And then, shoot, them boys get ready to come out of college now trying to go to the pros, man. I tell you what, any player on Colorado this past year you think can make it that we get drafted? If you got a 3rd round draft pick on Colorado this year, he gonna find himself in 7th round not getting drafted because of some of the stuff Coach Prime saying now. That's what happened last year. So he got to be kind of careful, man. But to answer your question, Coach Prime don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Boy, he was laying it down, man. He was laying hey, he said it more than one time, big dog. He even asked the guy that interviewed him, he said, it wasn't you who was trying to sabotage him, what? Did you do him interview or did him in the arm? I said, dog. I said, dog, Coach Prime. Oh, he hot, he's still hot.
Well, he should be. What he went through, the challenges that he went through himself personally, his family was going through, what Shiloh went through, and then his Shedeur. He has every right to say what he needs to say. He said, my thing is this one here. He said what he needed to say. He got it off his chest. Let's keep it moving. The NFL did what it wanted to do. Coach Prime said what he wanted to do. Let's keep it moving. He's still going to need the NFL when it pertains to players that's coming to his university that's going to want to go to the NFL. Leave all the other stuff alone. The NFL did what they wanted to do. They got the Coach Prime to what they wanted to do. Mission completed. Now what happens now? The NFL realized that they want to make money. You better utilize that golden goose and quit with that foolishness because you're really hurting yourself pertaining to, we want to steal. There's money now. We showed you what we wanted to show you. We'll keep it moving. Coach Prime, he said what he needs to say. Let's keep it moving. It's over. It's over. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna you go in there and Coach Prime tell you all the time, well, the Lord told me not to say. No, he told. Well, sometimes the Lord gonna tell you when it comes to your kids. Sometimes you just say what you got to say. Let's keep it moving and go on from there. Because it's the big picture. The big picture is you still realize you got other kids that's coming behind this here that we don't want to impact because it gets personal, and that's what you don't want to happen. That's just me.
I agree 100%. But JR, he went from one show to another. I said, dog, how many times you gonna do it, big dog?
Coach Prime had vengeance in his eyes. He made his rounds. I'm going on this nationally syndicated show, this syndicated show, this syndicated radio show, this podcast. Every opportunity I get, I'ma let y'all know.
But JR, he said he was doing it for the nuts. but for the almonds. But guess what, Steve? Sound like he was doing that shit for Shedeur.
He was getting his nuts off.
Yeah, he was getting them rocks off, boy.
He had to let him know, man. Look, man, look. My last few things, man. Look, it's Black History Month, and in this day and age, it's important to give people information and give those their flowers, man. So one, I want to give flowers to referee Sean Smith.
Yeah.
Black man out there, head referee during the Super Bowl. I just think that's an awesome thing to see, man, especially during Black History Month. His first time reffing in the Super Bowl, period. So what an accomplishment, man. It's a gauntlet of things you have to go and check off on your box to be able to do that. So, man, salute to him, man. Salute to Sean Smith. And they calling a good game, man. I think it was well into almost the end of the second quarter before they even had a penalty, man. So shouts out to him. Shouts out to his crew. And I also did some research on his crew. About 70% of his crew is predominantly Black. So that goes without saying. So love to see it. Salute to him. And then on this day, a billionaire came into our lives, came onto the TV frame. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah. On this day, February 8, 1986, her show became nationally syndicated. And she took off from there. She ain't looked back since then. She done put several people on, but she took care of business to the point where she's a multi-billionaire. So shout out to Oprah on this day, February 8, 1986. Oprah Winfrey's show became nationally syndicated. And that's just me giving flowers to some people, man. Rightfully so, rightfully deserved. But that's it, BWatts. That's all I got for you, man. I know people eager to get back to the Super Bowl. They already posted the score saying it's 12-0. I'm assuming the Seahawks is 12-0 right now. So that's it.
All right. I want to thank JR for the JR Boxing Show. Don't forget to tune in this Tuesday for the Uncle Steve Show. I want to thank everybody who showed up on Super Bowl Sunday to support the show. JR did a great job. As always, I want to thank Uncle Steve for joining us. And don't forget to join us Tuesday. And JR was getting a shout out to the referee. Also, I know two of the referees were from the HBCU. I seen them posted They was posted on Twitter from in the chat said it was 3 of them from the HBCU. So that's a big when you start saying something about Black history, that's the first thing came to my mind also when I saw the Black referee. But appreciate everybody. Once again, we're gonna let Uncle Steve close it out and we out of here.
Good night. Enjoy. God bless. Stay safe. Eat enough food for me and some other people. And ain't nothing super about this bowl. They ought to call it the toilet bowl because these quarterbacks are straight garbage. Great job, JR. Great job, BWatts. Let's go finish this thing up because it's a hot mess. God bless.